I tested 5 automatic habits for 30 days. Results shocked me. Day 23, I woke up at 5:30 a.m. without an alarm, worked out before breakfast, and felt more energized than I had in years. Here's the crazy part. I didn't even think about it. It just happened, automatically. And that's when I realized these 5 habits weren't just changing my routine, they were literally rewiring my brain. Look, I'm not some productivity guru or morning routine obsessed psychopath. 3 months ago, I was hitting snooze 7 times, scrolling TikTok until 2 a.m. and calling coffee a personality trait. But then I stumbled across something that changed everything. The concept of automatic habits. Not those willpower-draining tasks you force yourself to do, but behaviours so effortless they happen without thinking. So I decided to test it. 5 habits, 30 days, 0 room for excuses. And honestly, the results were not what I expected. Some habits transformed my life, others completely flopped. And one habit had a side effect so weird, I'm still trying to figure it out. Let's break down exactly what happened. Habit 1, the 2-minute morning water ritual. This one sounds stupid simple, right? Every morning, before touching my phone, before coffee, before anything, I drink a full glass of water. That's it. Here's why I chose this. Your body loses about a litre of water while you sleep through breathing and sweating. You literally wake up dehydrated every single day. So I figured let's fix that first before asking my brain to function. Week 1 was rough. I'd forget constantly. I'd wake up, zombie walk to the kitchen, and boom, already scrolling Instagram with coffee in hand. So I put a giant glass of water on my nightstand before bed, made it impossible to ignore. By week 2, something clicked. My body started craving it. I'd wake up thirsty. The habit started pulling me instead of me pushing it. The results, my skin cleared up, like noticeably. Those weird 3 p.m. energy crashes, gone. And here's the wild part. I started drinking way less coffee because I wasn't using caffeine to mask dehydration. But the biggest shock was my mood. Turns out even mild dehydration affects your mental state. Those mornings where I used to wake up grumpy and foggy, completely different when you're properly hydrated. This tiny habit had a domino effect on literally everything else. Habit 2. The 10-minute phone exile. Every evening at 9 p.m, I'd put my phone in another room until the next morning. No exceptions. No just checking one thing. I knew my phone was destroying my sleep, but I didn't realise how bad it was until I actually measured it. Before this habit, I was averaging 6 hours of fragmented sleep, waking up 2 or 3 times a night, always tired. The first few nights were borderline painful. You know that phantom vibration thing? I had it all night. I'd reach for my phone and grab empty air. My brain was literally addicted to the dopamine hits. Week 2, the withdrawal symptoms faded. I started reading before bed, actual books, remember those? Something weird happened. I started dreaming again, like vivid, memorable dreams I could recall in the morning. By week 3, my sleep quality jumped from a 5 out of 10 to honestly an 8 or 9. I was sleeping deeper, waking up less, and actually feeling rested. My fitness tracker confirmed it. I was getting 90 minutes more deep sleep per night. But here's the unexpected benefit nobody talks about. My mornings became mine. Before, I'd wake up and immediately drown in notifications, emails, and everyone else's priorities. Now, I had this peaceful buffer zone where I could actually think about what I wanted from my day. The only downside? I missed a few late-night messages from friends. But honestly, nothing that couldn't wait until morning. If it's truly urgent, people will call. Habit 3, the afternoon movement break. At 2 p.m. every day, I would stop whatever I was doing and move for 10 minutes. Walk, stretch, dance like an idiot, didn't matter. Just move. This one came from research showing that sitting for more than 2 hours straight literally shuts down fat-burning enzymes in your body. Plus that afternoon slump everyone experiences is partially from being sedentary. Week 1 felt forced and awkward. I'd be deep in work and my alarm would go off. Super annoying. I'd do a half-hearted walk around my apartment and feel like I was wasting time. Week 2 I got creative, started using it as a thinking break, got stuck on a problem. Movement break, need to decide. Walk it out. Turns out your brain works differently when your body's moving. The results were insane. My productivity actually increased. I was getting more done in less time because I wasn't hitting that post-lunch zombie mode. My back pain from sitting all day, basically gone. But the weirdest benefit was my creativity. I started solving problems during these breaks that I'd been stuck on for hours. It's like movement unlocks a different part of your brain. Some of my best ideas came during random Tuesday afternoon walks. By the end of 30 days, this habit was automatic. 2 p.m. would hit and my body would crave movement. I'd actually feel uncomfortable if I skipped it. Habit 4. The evening brain dump. Every night before bed, I'd spend 5 minutes writing down everything in my head. Tasks, worries, random thoughts, ideas, just dump it all on paper. This habit failed spectacularly for the first 2 weeks. I'd forget to do it, or I'd be too tired, or I'd write one sentence and give up. It felt pointless. But week 3, something shifted. I had a particularly stressful day, and I sat down to write. 15 minutes later, I'd filled 3 pages, and for the first time in weeks, I fell asleep in less than 10 minutes. That's when I realised the power of this habit. All those thoughts swirling in your head at night, they're not important enough to solve right now. But your brain doesn't know that. Writing them down tells your brain, we'll deal with this tomorrow, and lets you actually rest. By week 4, this became my favourite habit. My anxiety dropped noticeably. I wasn't lying in bed replaying conversations or worrying about tomorrow's to-do list. It all lived on paper instead of in my head. The unexpected benefit? I started noticing patterns. The same worries would show up repeatedly, which helped me identify what actually needed fixing versus what was just mental noise. Habit 5, the gratitude anchor. Here's where it gets controversial. Every morning I'd list 3 specific things I was grateful for before getting out of bed. And no, I'm not one of those toxic positivity people who thinks you can manifest your way out of real problems. I was super skeptical about this one. It felt cheesy and Instagram influencer type. But the research on gratitude is pretty solid, so I committed. Week 1 felt fake. I'd list generic stuff. I'm grateful for coffee, my bed and Wi-Fi. 0 emotional impact. Week 2, I forced myself to be specific. Instead of, I'm grateful for my friend, it became, I'm grateful Jake texted to check on me when I was stressed about work. That specificity changed everything. By week 3, this habit started shifting my entire mindset. I noticed good things more throughout the day because my brain was primed to look for them. It's like I'd installed gratitude software that ran in the background. The shocking result? My stress levels dropped, not because my life got easier, but because I was focusing on what was working instead of only what was broken. It didn't solve my problems, but it gave me more resilience to handle them. The biggest lesson. Here's what shocked me most about this experiment. The habits that worked weren't the ones that required the most willpower. They were the ones I made ridiculously easy to start. Water by the bed, phone in another room, alarm at 2 p.m, paper and pen on the nightstand. I removed every possible barrier to starting. Because here's the truth about habits. Motivation is garbage. It's unreliable and fades fast. But systems are bulletproof. You don't need to want to drink water every morning. You just need a glass by your bed. After 30 days, 4 out of 5 habits stuck. I'm still doing them today, months later, and they're not special anymore. They're just what I do. Automatic, effortless, part of who I am. So which of these habits sounds most doable for you? Or do you already have an automatic habit that changed your life? Drop it in the comments because I'm genuinely curious what works for other people. And if you try any of these, let me know how it goes. Maybe we can figure out this whole habit thing together.